Time now, it's 8:30 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning, August the 5th, 2014 on a Tuesday morning. Time now for the Waterman Tissue PJ with the Morning Report. Tuesday morning, August 5th, 2014. Good morning to you all this lovely Tuesday morning. Our current conditions at 8:31 a.m. in North Massachusetts. 71 degrees at temperature, podcast skies, humidity 94%, wind speed variable about 3 miles per barometer, 30.03 inches, 2 about 69 degrees, a visibility of 7 miles. Oh wait, let's take a look at our radar scope, and it shows showers and storms off the western portion of Prince Edward Island. Line of rain, showers and storms from southwestern portion of Quebec. Line of showers and storms from Ontario down for Michigan, northern Indiana down for southwestern Indiana, southern Illinois down for southeastern Missouri. A lot of showers and storms off the Virginia and the Carolina and Georgia and Florida coastline. A lot of rain, showers and storms from southwestern Florida down for the Gulf State, then the Gulf Coast and down for southeastern Texas around the Houston area. And a lot of showers and storms from northwest Missouri down for western Iowa, down for the Dakotas, down for northern Wyoming, Montana, and down for eastern Idaho, northwestern Utah, northern Nevada, and northeastern California and Colorado area. And spotty showers and storms from southern Alberta, southwestern Saskatchewan, and southwestern and southeastern portions of Manitoba, and central portions of British Columbia. Tilden, Nebraska, good morning, 69 degrees with clear skies here. Take a look at our satellite loop here, and it shows a line of cloud shield from the Nova Scotia coastline curving down to the Atlantic seaboard. And a line of clouds from southern Quebec and searching on Ontario down for the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley down for southeast Missouri. A line of clouds from eastern Nebraska up in northern Quebec and Ontario and northeastern Montana. And a line of clouds from Missouri, searching in western Iowa, Minnesota, and Dakotas, northern and central Rockies, and down for northern Nevada, northern California, down for Oregon. And a line of clouds from southeastern Alberta down for southwestern Saskatchewan, and spread it on northern British Columbia. Okay, let's take a look at that map situation. Here's station front from southern Alberta down for the Rockies and down for Kansas, down for Missouri. Station front from Michigan, a cold front from Ontario, searching northern New York and New England, up into New Brunswick, and a warm front from southeastern Quebec down for the Gulf of St. Lawrence, down Prince Edward Island, and a pink front down for the Quebec. Station front down the Atlantic seaboard, down for central Florida air. And we have a cold front from the British Columbia, and a station front from southern British Columbia down for Washington, Oregon, and down for northern Idaho, northeastern Nevada, and a front front for the Gulf of California. High pressure western Montana, southern Colorado, and north central Minnesota, and West Virginia. And we got low pressure in southeastern Wyoming and eastern Washington State, and off the Carolinas. 72 degrees at temperature in Boston, 76 out in New York City, 73 out in Washington, D.C., it's 64 in Pittsburgh, 69 in Detroit, 68 in Chicago, 62 in Minneapolis, 71 in Omaha, and Kansas City, Missouri, and Atlanta, Georgia, 76 in Dallas, Texas, 75 in Brownsville, 77 in Miami, Florida, 63 in Albuquerque, 62 in Denver, 67 out in Salt Lake City, 85 out in Phoenix, 71 in Las Vegas, 63 in San Fran and Los Angeles, 58 in Seattle, and 59 out in Great Falls, Montana. Current conditions around the region, we have 75 degrees temperature in Boston, 73 in Fitchburg and Beverly, 65 in Bedford, 67 in Gloucester, 66 in Amesbury, 70 in Worcester, 64 in Sturbridge and Webster, 65 in Milford, 72 in Norwood, 71 in Taunton, 70 in Bedford and Plymouth, 72 in Chatham, Falmouth, 66 in Provincetown, 68 in Cape Cod Bay, Mars Vineyard, and Nantucket, 70 on Block on Westerly, and 69 in Westerly, 65 in Springfield, 62 in Amherst, 62 in Greenfield, and 62 in North Adams, 61 in Pittsfield, 68 out in Albany, New York, 63 in Bennington, Vermont, 57 in Brattleboro, Vermont, 64 in Keene, New Hampshire, 65 in Jefferson, New Hampshire, 63 in Concord, New Hampshire, 64 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 68 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 65 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 69 in Windsor, 67 in Hartford, 67 in Meriden, Connecticut, 70 out in Waterbury, 66 in Denver, 74 in Bridgeport, 68 in New Haven, 69 in Long Island Sound, at 70 in Montauk, 63 in Slippin, 76 in New York City here. Okay, short-range public discussion for the country. Improving weather for the eastern United States. Birth expected to rain offshore and more thunderstorms to the mountain west. Our front of body that has been situation near the east coast the past couple of days is expected to move offshore. It is a front of body and the associated upper level trough that is keeping birth well away from the east coast and out to sea by the middle of the week. A stronger cold front expected to arrive and bring isolated scattered showers of storms from the separations to the northeast United States. As cool and drier will accompany the quality air mass that settles the region for the end of the work week. For the central plains in the Midwest, a station found on a weak surface low along with a weak shortwave energy aloft will help to fuel the development of a few thunderstorm complexes with locally heavy rainfall. Warm and humid flow to the south or overrun cooler air to the north to the boundary, and combined with this instability will create a favorable environment for thunderstorms. For the western United States, an upper level trough over Nevada and northern California, where monsoonal moisture is placed and enhance and shower and thunderstorm activity over the region. Several areas of organized rainfall likely to affect Wednesday with the intermittent west where upslope flow and upper level divergence are maximized. Okay, let's take a look at forecast discussion around the country. Around New England there. Scattered showers and thunderstorms anticipated late today, and again on Wednesday it's hurricane pressure passes well offshore of New England with a little impact over the high surf and dangerous wave currents. A cold front moves offshore Wednesday night, aside from a few fast showers wet Thursday and Friday afternoon. High pressure brings dry weather during the weekend there. Near term until 6 p.m. this evening, hosted a short fuse SPS for areas of dense fog with 1.5 miles or less visibility. This electric runoff would have been an hour or two of 12Z thanks to drizzle mixture for early August and otherwise just some high clouds on there this morning. Temperatures in Duplex were for the most part on track at time of the afternoon. Precipitation and clouds covered look good for some made some no adjustments there either. For today, buffer to the southeast while broad trough sweeps across the Great Lakes and prevailing subsidence drier HA5H3 between the two collocated with a left entrance region of the H3 church should result in quiet weather across southern New England and this afternoon. But with the western approach of the cold front associated with a broad trough, expect an increase of stack on the floor in the descent and descent, allowing the development of showers and thunderstorms over western Massachusetts, Connecticut, and southwestern Hampshire. Could also see activities associated with a localized convergence along the sea breeze boundaries. Considering its ability around 1,000 jkg along with a 30 knots of Wiltshire ordinary, the multicellular convection is anticipated. Northern forecast ends with a freezing levels around 10 kft along. With a combination of thin cape and potential inverted V profiles available, isolated threat of heavy rain, strong damaging winds, and small hail and powdery concern. Warm humid temperatures are warm along the mid-80s with reports range around the mid-60s, cool along the shorelines anticipated sea breezes. Okay, let's take a look at our latest on buffer now into a tropical storm as of 8 a.m. 33.4 in the north, 72.9 in the west. Wind 65 miles per hour, moving northeast about 22 miles per hour. And minimum pressure 1,005 millibars and maximum sustained wind 65 miles. And it is now a tropical storm and it is gonna make its closest pass 300 miles away southeast and Nantucket Lake Tuesday into Wednesday. It's gonna go out to sea and clip the southeastern Prince Edward Island on between Thursday and Friday, and Saturday and Sunday make its south tropical circle and approaches Ireland and the western shores of Great Britain here. Alright, over the Eastern Pacific, a double trouble threat. Hurricane Isabel now Category 3 storm, 15.9 in the north, 138.6 to the west. The maximum sustained winds of 125 miles per hour, movement west about 8 miles per hour. It's going to be a major hurricane that's streaking the tropical storm by Wednesday. And hit the Hawaiian Islands around Thursday night, going into Friday morning here. As latest on buffer here, Air Force Reserve reconnaissance aircraft finds buffer has weakened in a tropical storm here. Location 33.5 in the north, 72.9 west about 475 miles, 765 kilometers west of Bermuda. Maximum sustained wind 65 miles per hour, 100 kilometers an hour, and the pencil movement in the north-northeast at 15 degrees at 22 miles per hour. 35 kilometers an hour, minimum substrate pressure 1,005 millibars and 29.68 inches. There are no coastal watches warnings affected. 5 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 900 UTC, the central tropical storm. Buffer was located in the latitude 33.4 to the north, 72.9 longitude to the west, and buffer is moving toward the northeast near 22 miles per hour, 35 kilometers an hour. A turn toward the northeast will increase in forward speed is expected to occur later today and continue for Wednesday. On the forecast track, buffer will pass about midway between the U.S. East Coast and Bermuda later this morning. Max sustained winds of degrees near 65 miles per hour, 100 kilometers an hour, higher gusts and over a small area northeast of the center gradual weakening is forecast throughout the next 40 hours, and tropical storm force winds extend outward to 125 miles, 205 kilometers an hour, primarily east of the center. The minimum central pressure recently reported the Air Force Reserve reconnaissance aircraft was 1,005 millibars, 29.68 inches there. In non-tropical storm Julio, it's 13.6 in the north, 123.7 in the west. Maximum sustained winds about 6 miles per hour, moving west about 50 miles per hour, streaming a hurricane by 11 p.m. Tuesday. And it's going to make its way toward the eastern Hawaiian Islands about Saturday night there. And also, this is a 30% chance as the National Hurricane Center's issued advisory on Hurricane Isabel located more than 1,000 miles east of Hawaiian Islands, and on tropical storm Julia more than 1,000 miles southwest of the southern tip of the California Peninsula, and small low pressure system located several hundred miles of Acapulco, Mexico. Shout out to South back to me. It's changed a little in organization during the past several hours. Upper level winds are expected to become more conducive for development over the next few days. While the system moves west-northwest with about 10 to 15 miles per 4 ratio chance for 4 hours. Medium with about 30%. 1 ratio chance for 5 days. Medium about 30%. Here. And take a look at the Central Pacific outlook here. And that's Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida. Position advisors in Hurricane Isabel. Looking about 11 miles east-southeast of Hawaii. Isabel expected to cross 140 miles west into the Central Pacific. Hurricane Center's area is responsible today. And Central Pacific Hurricane Center, Honolulu, Hawaii. They should advise are tropical pressure. Genevieve looking about 11 miles southwest of Honolulu, Hawaii. I swear, no tropical cyclones are expected by late Wednesday night. And okay, let's take a look at our what is going on with Halong. We're gonna fly you over. And it shows a Category 2 typhoon for Halong, 105 miles per hour. Wind gust 125. It's gonna move to the eastern Okinawa Islands by about Thursday morning. Then it's gonna make skirt past the southeastern coast of Japan as a Category 1 typhoon on Friday. And it's gonna make its way south central Japan as a Category close storm with 6 mile per hour winds, 75 mile per hour winds on Saturday. Okay, back to the States here. Back to New England. A warm and mainly dry Tuesday, but can't rely on an isolate the sharp thunderstorm. So, highs for today will be out the 70s along the coastline, 80s much inland. And high strength of the thunderstorms for the week will be on Wednesday afternoon, evening, and the rain chance. So, the highest chance of a shower or a thunderstorm will be 1 to 4 p.m. And thunderstorms will be about 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. here. So, expect 19 hours of chance of the thunderstorms. So, scattered chance. And Bertha will make this close past late tonight or Wednesday. That's going to be Bertha is expected past 300 nautical miles offshore of New England early Wednesday at a few impacts. Rip currents and build as well may lead to a risk of dangerous whip currents, especially at south coast and easterly facing beaches of Cape Cod Islands here. As a marine small craft advisory should for building seas about 5 to 8 feet. And let's take a look at the Futurecast radar here. Futurecast radar here, and it shows some showers and thunderstorms probably by about 1 o'clock, and so in the afternoon we will see some spotty showers and storms here in eastern Massachusetts. Light and moderate showers and storms from Vermont down for western New York and western Massachusetts, eastern New York down for northern Pennsylvania by about 5 o'clock, and then the showers will lose its punch by about 9 o'clock, and then it will be clear, and here we are again. More showers and storms for tomorrow. Okay, let's take a look at our view from the outside here. And it shows a beautiful start to your morning here. If you got any outdoor plans, do it. You can do it, do the outdoor activities you want. But just look out at the sky for some pop-up showers or storms. Some of you may get it, some of you not. Alright. Let's take a look at our special weather statement. Dense fog continues for the morning commute. Areas of dense fog expected across much of Rhode Island, eastern Connecticut, and southeastern Massachusetts about the morning commute. Visibility may drop to a half mile or less at times, and motorists are urged to use caution when traveling. Let visibility may drop rapidly. Okay, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For today, most of the sun's got under 86 degrees, calm wind becoming south about 5 to 7 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, check the showers of thunderstorms may up before midnight, patchy between midnight and 1 a.m., then a check patchy after 2 a.m. Overall, podcast got 65 degrees and south wind about 3 to 8 miles per hour. Chance precipitation is 30%. New rain from less than 7 inches, except 9 miles possible thunderstorms. And Wednesday, check the showers of thunderstorms may after 10 a.m. and patchy before 7 a.m. Watts. Both skies got low, high near 80 degrees and north wind about 6 miles per hour. Becoming east in the afternoon, chance of precipitation is 50%, and new rain from months between a 10 and a quarter inch except 9 miles possible thunderstorms. With that, check the showers of thunderstorms may before 11 p.m. Most skies got low and 60 degrees and northwest wind. Chance of precipitation is 40% and new rainfall amounts between 10 and a quarter and an inch. Expect amounts possible thunderstorms. Thursday, slight chance of showers between 11 a.m. and noon. To the slight chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon. Most of the sun's got under 79 degrees and northwest wind about 5 miles per chance of precipitation 20%. For tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms before 10 p.m. But the coast got low 59 degrees. Chance of 20%. And for Friday, most of the sun's got under 38 degrees. Friday night, most of the coast got low 60 degrees. Saturday, sun's got under 79 degrees. Saturday night, most of the coast got low 60 degrees. Sunday, sun's got under 81 degrees. Sunday night, most of the coast got low 62 degrees. Monday, sun's got under 81 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the day! A sunny day on tap, and be on the lookout for some slight chance of storms Tuesday. Wednesday is gonna be watching the sky for storms here. Okay, let's take a look at traffic at scene at 8:46, 14 minutes to 9, and it shows 128 south, 93 north, slow from 37 Braintree to Split. South Expressway on the northbound side, slow from Braintree Split all the way down to Dorchester. To 93 southbound slow from 120 and Reading all the way down for the Zaker Bridge and out of Tipperdale Tunnel. Mass Park eastbound side slow from Natick all the way down through Ulston. 128 northbound a little slow from Dedham all the way down for Weston. 128 southbound a little slow from Wakefield all the way down through Waltham. And Route 3 north slow from Derby Street and Hingham to Union Street and Braintree. And 495 south slow from Lawrence down through Tewksbury. 495 north slow from Chelsea down from Lowell due to an accident. 495 south. In Tewksbury near Route 38 here. 93 south. An accident near Route 20 in Stoneham. So try suspects around and 495 north a little slow around bridge maintenance on Route 2 on exit 29 here. And Route 2 east a little slow you approach Fresh Pond Road in Cambridge. And Route 2 west a little slow in Lexington. 393 and 95 more from 120 to the New Hampshire border. 495 north a little slow from Route 16 in Milford all the way down to 495 in Westbury to Mass Pike in Westbury due to an accident on 495 northbound and approach. The Mass Pike and Mass 495 northbound accident south of exit 22 in Mass Pike and Hopkinton here. 146 north a little slow in the southern area due to some new road construction layout. Route 146 both northbound and southbound between exit 7 Central and Beckenham streets were reported by DOT. And 95, 24 Mullan from 120 to the Rhode Island border. 495 Mullan from Hopton down for Wareham. And 495 north a little slow around the Brentford stretch to 1A. And Route 3 Mullan on both sides from Sagamore down for Weymouth. And Route 6 Mullan from Sagamore down to Orleans. And 20 Mullan from Falmouth down to Buzzards Bay. And 195 westbound slow from Seekonk down for East Providence. And 610 connector slow from Cranston down for 95 for Providence here, and 99 north a little slow from up in Woodsocket here. Peter Channel News Times, 8:48. Time now for the Peter Channel News Morning Report on this August the 5th, 2014 on a Tuesday morning. Good morning everybody, I'm Peter Wiggins. This is what's happening. Israel pulled its ground forces out of Gaza Strip on Tuesday and started a 72-hour ceasefire with Hamas meditated by Egypt as the first step towards the negotiations on a more enduring end to the month-old war. A second American infected by the Ebola virus is said to arrive in London from West Africa on Tuesday for treatment. Officials said Nancy Breckbull was caring for patients in Liberia when she came down with the symptoms. Russian President Vladimir Putin is improvised in fact the Ukraine crisis still appears to have no long-term strategy for either cementing the gains of a pro-Russian separatist or withdrawing from what is quickly becoming a protected military. To the far eye, it looks like the flattened black and lumped of indefinable animal parts. To many Africans, however, bushmeat, the cooked, dried, and smoked remains of a host of wild animals from rats and bats and monkeys, not only food. Mainland China made up 37% of global smartphone shipments in Q2 thanks to a large part of the economy as Xiaomi tops Samsung in China. In Washington, President Obama will announce on Tuesday that U.S. businesses have committed to investing in $14 billion in construction, clean energy, banking, and information technology projects across Africa, White House officials said. In the world news, a woman standing next to an injured child in the damage shots following Sunday's earthquake. Rescuers in quake hit Chanceville face today difficulty in evacuating villages near resin lakes formed by Foreign Officer Minister Baroness Wassey has resigned, branding the government's policy in Gaza morally indefensible and determined to Britain's national interests. California's well announced a textbook response to a simultaneous floods in the south and wildfires in the north backed by a National Guard back to full strength at home. In North Jersey, Perth opposes whip current risk along Jersey Shore. Hot humid weather returns in North Jersey and around James Brady, the former White House press secretary, wounded and partially paralyzed in the attempted assassination of President Reagan, became a strong advocate for gun control. Dead at the age of 73 yesterday. Tea Party-backed candidates this week are hoping to follow the footsteps of a little-known economics professor named Dave Bratwilson. The establishment his primary win over the European leader Eric Cantor as they target Republicans. In Irvine, California, CoreLogic, a leading global property information analytics and data enabler service provider, today released the June CoreLogic Home Price Index report. Connect Company Incorporated, one of the newspaper owners of Cars.com, is nearing an agreement to buy the portion of auto sales website that does not already own for $1.8 billion. People familiar with the matter said on Monday. Lancashire-based Cypress Technologies said its earnings slipped 10% despite higher sales in an eventual second quarter in which it agreed to buy Motor Oil Solutions Enterprise unit in Lancashire's in Chicago. Credit Agricole SA jumped in the most for 3 months after the bank wrote down its holdings of bailed out lender Banco Espírito Santo SA to zero while boosting profits excluding the charge. Scrabble alerts rejoice 5,000 new words including romance, selfie, and hashtag. The word T is a variant of T among 5,000 words under the official Scrabble Players Directory, which is due out next month. Don't be evil, Google users are probably justified, but we should be afraid. After scoring almost $100 million at box office weekend, Guardians of the Galaxy is officially a smash hit success. Your average celebrity food starts with a personal slight escalates with a hashtag related Twitter battle and culminates with a late night talk show appearance. Megan Fox gave she and Brian Austin Green don't have time for sex because they're so busy with work and raising their sons. Garrett Richards pitched a 5-hitter for his first career shutout, while Mike Trout and Albert Pujols both had RBI doubles on a 4-run first inning, and thus the Los Angeles Angels opened the Italy showdown with a 5-0 victory Los Angeles Dodgers. As a game-winning entry for the news that severity Tiger was back injury, Sir Nick Faldo warned that the 14-time major championship he must change his swing to prolong his career, while Rory McIlroy urged his friends to take a break. Team USA basketball officials announced on Tuesday that Washington Wizards guard John Wall and Bradley Beal and Atlanta Hawks forward Paul Mills have been released from the team multiple media. Reported on Monday by multiple media outlets. An all-new study revealed that horses communicate with one another using their eyes and ears, and they also sensitive to facial expressions. 3 massive volcanic eruptions Jupiter's would have made us start to take trust about how often these outbursts occur. The algae that produce the toxins closed. Toledo steps are found in bodies of fresh water throughout the U.S. and contributing factors to Lake Erie's bloom, nutrients, climate, and invasive species. After a 10-year odyssey highlighted by 4 velocity-boosted Planet 5 eyes. 2 asteroid encounters in 2.5 years spent in electronic hibernation. Gibbs $1.7 billion Rosetta spacecraft finally reaches its target Wednesday back to orbit with Yoshiki Sasai. Answers questions during the news coverage in Tokyo in April as agency threats as a top 70 scientist Crawford disputed stem cell papers committed suicide by Harry Cell police said Tuesday. A Matsrat hospital in New York City is treated a possible Ebola patient who has recently traveled to West Africa. Hospital officials said obviously selected the deadly virus. Alright, let's take a look at New England incident alerts here. And I just got word from Fire Department in New York, Manhattan. All hands 10-7, all hands fire. High rise residential fire on the 10th floor of a 14-story multiple dwelling. Command Battalion Nevada in Manhattan dispatch all callers about the 10th floor to remain there. They are due to heavy smoke. Line is stretched and operating with one to the fire. Fire stoppable hold here. And it's located on 20 Madison Avenue in New York City. And this is where it is, 2120 Madison Avenue in New York City here. And this is the site. Okay, Peter Channel News time is now 8:55 here, and it is time now for the stock market report from CNBC.com here. Alright. Pre-markets here. Dow features 16.30, down 56. SP features 923, down 9. And Nasdaq features 80.5, down 16.25. European markets here. DAX 9188.07, up 33.93. FTSE 6690.85, up 13.33. CAC 4234.49, up 17.27. In Asia, Nikkei 5320.31, down 154.19. Shanghai 2219.95, down 3.39. HSI 24648.26, up 48.18. In US, down 16569.20, up 75.91. SP 519.38.99, up 13.84. Nasdaq 4383.89, up 31.25 here. And then the oil stocks here, 90.12, down 18 cents. Brent 105.10, down 31 cents. And natural gas 3.849, up 0.015. And in the gold here, 1288.30, down 60 cents. Silver 20.065, down 0.168. And copper 3.207, down 0.037 here. And in the bonds, US 10-year yield 2.5016%. Germany 10-year yield 1.117, up 0.036. And Japan 10-year yield 0.521%, unchanged. And US 10-year up 0.011. And in the FX here, Euro US dollar 1.3383, down 0.0038. US dollar Japanese yen up 15 cents to 102.03. And Great Britain US dollar 1.6856, down 0.0006. And that is going to be it for the Whatever Distribution Channel News. The morning point on this August 5th, 2014 on a Tuesday, PSA. Have a good day with a good health at all. See you at noontime when I reach my 4,000 video mark on the YouTube channel. Have a good day with a good positive attitude here.